Hello students, I am Geeta Chugh. Welcome to my channel Learn English with Geeta Ma'am. Today we are going to study a very interesting poem from class 9th book Beehive. The title of this poem is A Legend of the Northland. This is written by Phoebe Carey. Here the poetess discusses how greed ruins a person. This story goes back to very old days, ages and ages ago, when once Saint Peter stopped by an old cottage. As he was feeling very hungry and weak due to fasting, he asked the lady there to make a cake for him. But every time the lady made a cake, she couldn't give it to the person. She found it too large to be given away. And this way, trying one after the other, at the final point, she was unable to give even a single morsel to Saint Peter. What happened thereafter? Let's know this by reading the entire poem. So this is a legend of the Northland. What is a legend? A legend is a traditional story with a moral which may or may not be true. We have no proof about the authenticity of this story, but definitely this story teaches us. This story in the form of a poem teaches us the value of generosity and charity. So here we start a legend of the Northland. Away, away in the Northland, where the hours of the day are few and the nights are so long in winter that they cannot sleep them through. It is written in a very common language, so very easy to be translated. First of all, let's talk about Northland. Northland could refer to any extremely cold country in the Earth's North Pole region. It may be Greenland, Canada, or any other country close to the North Pole. So, poetess says that away, away in the Northland means the poetess takes us to some distant land in the Northland. She says where the hours of the day are few and the nights are so long in winter. Here she is talking about the winter season. That the hours of the day are few means the days are short, very short, and the nights are very long. Such long that they cannot sleep them through. It means पोइटस यहाँ पे कहना चाहती है कि इस पोलर रीजन में दिन बहुत छोटे होते हैं और रातें बहुत लंबी होती हैं और इतनी लंबी कि पूरी रात को सोकर बिताना is even difficult for them. Fine. Where they harness the swift reindeer to the sledges when it snows, and the children look like bear's cubs in their funny furry clothes. Now first of all, let's talk about the difficult words or hard words, you can say. Harness. Harness means a set of strips by which a horse or other draught animal is fastened to a cart. Okay? Then we talk about sledges. Sledges are animal drawn carts used on ice. And here it is written that swift reindeer. Swift means very fast. Reindeer is an animal which can walk, which can run very fast, and it is fastened to a cart which is called sledge, and they are driven when it snows. Means such kind of sledges are found in the polar region. Fine, and they are used on ice. These carts are used on ice. Further, poetess says, and the children look like bear's cubs. Cubs means the young ones of a bear. So, it is too cold there that the children wear funny furry clothes. Furry means covered with fur, just to protect them from the extreme intense cold. So, here the poetess says that the children always wear furry clothes and they look very funny and similar to bear's cubs, the young ones of a bear. Thereafter, they tell them a curious story. I don't believe it is true. आप जब इसको रीड करेंगे तो TIS should be read as it is true. Fine. So यहाँ पे poetess बोल रही हैं कि they tell them means the people there. Tell them means tell to the children there. Fine. The younger generation. A curious story. Curious means a strange one. So the poetess says that they tell the children there a strange story which the poetess herself does not believe that it is true. And yet you may learn a lesson if I tell the tale to you. But the poetess says that one is definitely going to learn a lesson if the tale is told to that person. So in short, poetess यहाँ पे ये कहना चाहती है कि ये जो स्टोरी है ये नॉर्थ लैंड से है, जहाँ पे दिन छोटे हैं और रातें बहुत बड़ी हैं, इतनी बड़ी कि पूरी रात सोकर बिताना भी मुश्किल है. उसके बाद में पोइटिस कहती है कि ये क्योंकि पोलर रीजन है, यहाँ पे आइस रहता है, तो यहाँ पे लोग जो हैं वो एनिमल्स को हार्नेस करके फासन करके रखते हैं कार्ट से, और ऐसी कार्ट्स को स्लेजेस बोला जाता है. और ऐसी स्लेजेस जिनमें यूजुअली रेंडियर को फासन किया जाता है, ठीक है. एंड दीज स्लेजेस आर यूज्ड ऑन ice in the polar region. And the children, due to the extreme intense cold, they always wear furry clothes and they look very funny and look like the young ones of bear. Thereafter पोइटिस ये हमें बताती हैं कि वहाँ पे जो बच्चे हैं उन्हें एक बहुत ही अनयूजुअल, एक बहुत ही स्ट्रेंज स्टोरी बताई जाती है. और पोइटिस खुद ये कहती हैं कि मैं भी ये सोचती हूँ कि शायद इसको बिलीव करना मुश्किल है कि ये स्टोरी एक ट्रू स्टोरी है. लेकिन पोइटिस ये कहती हैं कि ये बात बिल्कुल सही है कि अगर ये स्टोरी किसी को बताई जाए, आपको बताई जाए, तो डेफिनेटली यू आर गोइंग टू लर्न अ लेसन. नाउ व्हाट द टेल इज़, लेट्स रीड इट. Once when the good Saint Peter lived in the world below and walked about it, preaching just as he did, you know. Now here the poetess is telling about the tale of Saint Peter. Now who Saint Peter was? Saint Peter was among the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ. अब apostle क्या होता है? Apostle in a way follower, but not a student, because it is different from a student in a way that these are called, apostle is a term which is given to the messengers of God, who have the power or who are permitted to deliver the messages of God. Here I should say Jesus Christ. They were the persons who were allowed to deliver the message of Jesus Christ to the people there. They used to go to different places and deliver the lectures, which is called preaching. Preaching is actually the spiritual messages, you can say. वो यहाँ पे रहते थे इस अर्थ पे. Live in the world below का मतलब है when he was alive and he lived in the world where we are living, ठीक है. And walked about it. Walked about means just went place to place to deliver the message of Jesus Christ. This is called preaching. Just as he did, you know. Now the poetess here saying that कि ये बात सब लोग जानते हैं कि सेंट पीटर जो हैं ये जीसस क्राइस्ट के मैसेज को प्रीच करते थे, डिलीवर करते थे टू द पीपल इन द वर्ल्ड, ऑल अराउंड द वर्ल्ड, यू कैन से. फाइन. सो व्हेन ही वाज अलाइव, दिस स्टोरी टेक्स अस टू दोज डेज. फाइन. He came to the door of a cottage in travelling round the earth, means while travelling round the earth, once he came to the door of a cottage. एक घर के पास में वो आके रुके जब वो अपने preaching के लिए round the earth जो travel किया करते थे, तभी उसी travel के दौरान वो एक घर के पास में आके रुके. A little woman was there who was living in that house. She was making cakes and baking them on the hearth. Hearth is what? In a way you can say that a fireplace, the floor at the bottom of a fireplace. So the lady was just making the cakes and baking them on the hearth. let's see what the next stanza tells us. And being faint with fasting, and for the day was almost done. Here it is told that Saint Peter had not eaten anything. He was fasting, means he was on fast. कुछ नहीं खाया था उन्होंने और पूरा दिन हो गया था. The day was almost done. ठीक है, and that's why he was feeling about to faint. उनको ऐसा लग रहा था कि he is just going to go unconscious, है ना, वो फेंट होने वाले हैं, ऐसा उनको लग रहा था. तो उन्होंने उस लेडी से बोला, he asked her from her store of cakes to give him a single one, as he saw that the lady was making cakes. तो उन्होंने बोला कि आपके पास जो बहुत सारे केक्स जो आपने रख रखे हैं उनमें से आप मुझे एक सिंगल केक दे दीजिए, बिकॉज ड्यू टू फास्टिंग ही वॉज फीलिंग getting unconscious. Fine. What happened thereafter? So she made a very little cake, but as it baking lay, she looked at it and thought it seemed too large to give away. Now here the greediness of the lady is shown. When he asked the lady for a cake, she made a small cake for him. She made a very little cake for him actually, but as it baking lay, but when he just kept the cake on the hearth for baking, she looked at it. जब उसने hearth में वो केक रखा बेकिंग के लिए और उसकी तरफ देखा तो उसने सोचा it seemed too large, कि तो बहुत बड़ा है, to give away, किसी को दिया जाए इतना बड़ा केक, this is not right. अगर मुझे उसको देना ही है, I should give a smaller one. Then therefore she needed another and still a smaller one. इसलिए उन्होंने फिर से नीड किया और फिर से एक स्मॉलर, यानी जो पहले बनाया था उससे छोटा उन्होंने केक बनाया. But it looked, when she turned it over, as large as the first had done. अब उनको ये जो केक जो उन्होंने उससे छोटा बनाया था वो भी उसके जितना ही बड़ा, फर्स्ट वन के जितना ही बड़ा दिखाई देने लग गया. Why? Because greediness was all around in her eyes. Fine. Then she took a tiny scrap of dough and rolled it flat. ठीक है, अब उन्होंने क्या किया कि जो डो उन्होंने तैयार किया था केक बनाने के लिए, उसका सिर्फ एक टाइनी स्क्रैप लिया, एक छोटा सा टुकड़ा लिया, एंड फिर क्या किया, रोल्ड इट फ्लैट, और फिर उसको फ्लैट रोल किया, एंड बेक्ड इट थिन एज वेफर, और इतना थिन बनाया जैसे कि जितना थिन की वेफर होता है. बट शी कुडंट पार्ट विद दैट मीन्स शी कुड नॉट गिव इट अवे टू द person who was asking for it, and who the person was? Saint Peter. तो उन्होंने एक छोटा सा डॉ का स्क्रैप लिया, ठीक है, टुकड़ा लिया, उसको रोल करके एकदम वेफर के जितना थिन कर दिया, लेकिन वो इस थिन पीस को भी नहीं दे पाए, बिकॉज इट सीम्ड टू लार्ज टू हर. ठीक है, एंड फिर व्हाट हैपन? For she said, my cakes that seem too small when I eat of them myself are yet too large to give away. So she put them on the shelf. अब वो ये कहती हैं कि साइज़ ऑफ केक जो है वो नो डाउट बहुत छोटा है, बट द केक सीम्स टू स्मॉल when she eats herself. लेकिन ये उनको छोटा तब लगता है जब वो खुद खाती हैं, but too large when she gives it away. बट अगर वो सोचती हैं कि बहुत छोटा है, चलो ये मैं किसी को दे सकती हूँ, देन सडनली इट सीम्स टू लार्ज, वो छोटा सा पीस भी उनको बहुत बड़ा लगने लग जाता है. देन फाइनली व्हाट डिड शी डू? शी पुट द केक्स ऑन हर शेल्फ. देन गुड सेंट पीटर grew angry to see the greedy behavior of the lady. He go angry. Fine, he went angry. And what happened? It is said that surely such a woman, such a greedy woman may provoke, may annoy a saint. Means here it is told that कि वो जो लेडी थी वो एक वेफर, थिन एज वेफर, वो केक भी सेंट पीटर को उन्होंने नहीं दिया. ठीक है, तो इतना ग्रीडी बिहेवियर, एक्सट्रीम ग्रीडीनेस को देखकर सेंट पीटर को गुस्सा आ गया। क्यों गुस्सा आया? बिकॉज ही वॉज हंग्री एंड फेंट। वो बहुत हंग्री थे, बहुत भूख लगी थी उनको, एंड ही वॉज फीलिंग डिजी एंड क्लोज टू लूजिंग कॉन्शियसनेस। ही वॉज फीलिंग सो वीक, है ना, कि वो अभी ही फेंट होके गिर जाएंगे, ऐसा उनको लग रहा था। एंड इट इज़ टोल्ड बाय द राइटर, बाय द पोएट्स हरसेल्फ, दैट इस तरह की जो लेडी है, जो कोई इतना एक्सट्रीम ग्रीडीनेस दिखाएगा, उससे तो किसी भी सेंट का गुस्सा जो है वो बढ़ जाएगा। इट इज़ इनफ टू अनॉय अ सेंट, प्रोवोक अ सेंट। एंड ही सेड, यू आर फार टू सेल्फिश। उन्होंने क्या बोला उनसे? कि यू आर too much selfish to dwell in human form, means you have no humanity at all, you have no sensitivity at all, है ना, to have mercy, to have generosity, charity, you don't have any human features, you don't have any human qualities. So to have both food and shelter and fire to keep you warm, so you are not able to have food and shelter and fire to keep yourself warm as the other human have. Means यहाँ पे वो ये कहना चाहते हैं, to see the greediness of the lady, that कि आप इतने ज़्यादा greedy हो कि you are not means eligible to dwell in a human form, कि आप एक ह्यूमन की फॉर्म में इस धरती पे रहो, उसके लिए आप एलिजिबल नहीं हो, है ना। सो वो ये कहते हैं कि इसीलिए आप और किस चीज़ के लिए एलिजिबल नहीं हो, कि आपको फूड मिले, शेल्टर मिले और फायर मिले टू कीप योरसेल्फ वार्म, जैसा कि हर ह्यूमन बीइंग को मिला है। तो आप में क्योंकि ह्यूमन क्वालिटीज़ नहीं हैं, तो आपको जो नेसेसिटीज़ ऑफ लाइफ ह्यूमन बीइंग की पूरी हो जाती हैं, वैसी आपकी भी पूरी नहीं होनी चाहिए, बिकॉज यू डोंट हैव अ ह्यूमन हार्ट इनसाइड। Now you shall build as the birds do and shall get your scanty food. Scanty का मतलब होता है small और insufficient in quantity. So he said that the woman was too selfish to live in a human form, है ना। So he cursed her by saying that she will live like birds and build house like the birds built, है ना। Then he says that shall get your scanty food, और जैसे birds को बहुत थोड़ा खाना जो है मिलता है, insufficient quantity जो मिलती है खाने की, उसी तरह से आपको मिलेगी। और वो भी कैसे मिलेगी? by boring and boring। यहाँ पे एक्चुअली उस बर्ड की बात हो रही है जो वुड में बोरिंग करके, मीन्स अपनी बीक से होल करके, यहाँ पे एक्चुअली वुड पैकर की बात हो रही है, ठीक है, कि वुड पैकर जो होता है जिस तरह से बोरिंग करता है वुड में और अपना फूड गेन करता है, उसी तरह से यू आर गोइंग टू बी ऑल डे इन द हार्ड ड्राई वुड। सारा दिन आप हार्ड ड्राई वुड पे अगेन एंड अगेन बोरिंग करते रहेंगे, और उसके बाद में यू आर गोइंग टू गेट दैट इनसफिशिएंट अमाउंट ऑफ फूड that a woodpecker gets. Fine. So she cursed the lady to change to a woodpecker. Then up she went through the chimney, never speaking a word, and out of the top flew a woodpecker, for she was changed to a bird. Here the poetess tells that as soon as Saint Peter cursed the lady, she went through the chimney. Means the body of the lady in some other form, it just went through the chimney and never speaking a word. Not a single word was spoken. ठीक है, after she was cursed na, not a single word was spoken, and right there, right then, she just went through the chimney and out of the top flew a woodpecker. ठीक है, और अब जो चिमनी का जो टॉप था जहाँ से वो थ्रू करके गई थी, उस टॉप से फिर क्या निकला? शी वॉज चेंज टू अ बर्ड। वो एक बर्ड बन गई थी, एंड द बर्ड वॉज woodpecker. So finally she turned into a woodpecker. She was transformed, you can say, into a woodpecker. What happened thereafter? She had a scarlet cap on her head, and that was left the same, but all the rest of her clothes were burned black as coal in the flame. आपको शायद समझ में आ गया होगा. I just explain it कि वो जो लेडी जो हैं, जब वो उस चिमनी के थ्रू बाहर गई, तब उन्होंने, उस लेडी ने उस घर में एक स्कारलेट कैप पहना हुआ था. क्या होता है स्कारलेट कैप? यू कैन सी इन द पिक्चर. ठीक है, वो सिर्फ एक स्कारलेट कैप जो है वो उस बर्ड के सिर पे था. मतलब व्हेन शी वाज ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड इनटू अ बर्ड, शी वाज वेयरिंग द सेम स्कारलेट कैप. लेकिन बाकी जो क्लोथ्स उन्होंने पहने हुए थे, रेस्ट ऑफ द क्लोथ्स, दे वर बर्न्ड एंड दे टर्न्ड ब्लैक एज अ coal in the flame. Fine. And every country school boy has seen her in the wood where she lives in the trees till this very day, boring and boring for food. So here the poetess is telling that every country school boy, fine, every school boy there, the people of the Northland particularly, fine, so they see that lady even today. She is there in the wood where she lives in the trees, boring for food, boring and boring for food. Fine. Every country schoolboy has seen her in the wood where she lives in the trees till this very day, means till now. आज तक भी ऐसा माना जाता है कि जो वो लेडी है वो उस वुड पैकर की फॉर्म में आज भी वहाँ के ट्रीज़ पे यानी वहाँ के जंगलों में, वुड में वहाँ पाई जाती है. एंड शी कीप्स ऑन बोरिंग एंड बोरिंग फॉर फूड. सो हियर इट इज़ अ बैलेड. A ballad is a song narrating a story in short stanzas. As I told you, it is a story in the form of a poem. And what do we term it? We call it a ballad. ठीक है? A story which can be sung as a song is called a ballad. Ballads are a part of folk culture or popular culture and are passed on orally from one generation to the next. In this way, a legend of the Northland is a ballad. Have you ever heard such a story which is passed from generation to generation? Just share that story with me, which you think it's not believable, but still it has certain values. It teaches us something. You can share that story with me in the comment box. Fine?